But that's a long-term project. I mean, we can't get the refinery.
You see, and that is why it is always good to have a long-term plan. You see, the problem we've been having is because once we are faced with a small issue, Nigerians want this problem to be solved tomorrow. And that is why you find government officials working hard to impress Nigerians to say, okay, this they addressed. And Nigerians will relax. And after 2-3 weeks or after 2 months, it resurfaces. I think we should be patient to give government time to work towards finding a lasting solution. Even if it may not realize during this tenure. Other governments, other tenures will come. But the point is that we always do things on a temporary basis because Nigeria wants quick results. What is the problem of herdsmen? Solve it today. What's the problem of Boko Haram? Solve it today. And once you don't put a permanent and a serious long-term solution to it, it's very likely that it will bounce back, and before you come back, it's a problem.
Just wondering now, you say that the House of Representatives, we know that they resumed, National Assembly resumed last week, and they have been looking at the budget, which they hope to pass on time. I mean, the initial target was December, we're already in January. What about the 2018 budget? What has the House noticed so far, especially with the meetings that it has been holding?
Well, more improvement needs to be done. I have participated in several committee defense, and we've been identifying smaller problems, and which is always what we normally see. Sometimes what was brought last year, you still see them reappearing this year. I see, for example, if you have to buy a car, you still buy stationery, you still buy computers. People still things that is like sometimes we feel it is cut and paste, and that has not always been the best for us. Of course, there's an improvement. But these are some of the things you have to scrutinize and see that these things are taken away. Irrelevant things should not come. And sometimes we see people coming with internally generated revenue. Look, we have generated this amount, but we have expended it. Then you ask them, why do you get the mandate to spend? Because you have to interrogate what happened in 2017 before I approve 2018 for you. So if you say you generated so millions or millions of naira, and that because you generated it, you have some little overhead and you decide to spend it. We say, no, this is a government institution. We appropriate funds for you. So if you even generate revenue on yourself, you have to come around and get approval that you want to use it. Because if everybody generates money and spends, very likely that people will take laws into their hand and begin to fix anything anyhow. These are part of the things we are trying to clean up. But budget thing is not just about lawmakers. We will need cooperation of all the agencies and ministries of government. Because by the time they come on time, give you detailed information, and when they cooperate together, we can be able to work. Because if not, there could be issues.
How soon do you think the budget will be ready for implementation?
You see, that is a very complex question. To attach myself to a date could be dangerous, because when I come back tomorrow, you will say what happened and we didn't pass it on so date.
Are you saying that the National Assembly doesn't have a target date?
No, we have a date, but something that you don't control yourself. You cannot give a very specific time. For example, you said the budget this time was in November. The president was expecting us to have passed it by 1st of January. But you know, it's not possible, because agencies of government will come. We have to look. We have to make some kind of committee meetings. Then we send back the report to the appropriation committee. The appropriation committee will work with the upper chamber. If there are differences, we try to sit down and harmonize those. It's really a very tasking.
Are constituency projects still included in the 2018 budget?
It is included. Yes, it's included.
But there's been rarely any controversy over it.
Well, these are questions we always answer every day. Controversy in Nigeria is not only on constituency projects. Every other project in Nigeria has been a controversy, but we have done our own part.
Well, we have to thank you most kindly, Honorable Abdulrazak Namdas, for coming on Sunrise Daily. He is the spokesperson of the House of Representatives, and they will be resuming plenary today. Well, Sunrise Daily will continue in just a moment. Please stay with us.